Lucrative and dangerous job, but those involved in cable theft say they do it to fight hunger. The Passenger Rail Agency of South Africa says almost 800 people have been arrested so far, and now it seems cable thieves have been having a helping hand from the inside. eNCA's Nobesuthu Hejana filed this exclusive report.
From pal to pal, yeah, yes, they pay 40,000. Yeah, so most of
For 5 years, this cable thief mastermind has been running an operation at the Langa and Bonteheuwel train stations and working with his other associates from Khayelitsha and Philippi. He says while they work under dangerous circumstances, it's worth the money they make per week, which can be 40,000 and more. Feeder cables used to supply power from one part of a facility to another go for 110 per kilo, while the anaconda cables and copper cables pay even more. He says they get intel from within the rail agency.
Because which is information towards it's dangerous when you're not dangerous, but the trouble schooling is like we do anything for money than this if we.
Responding to this claim, PRASA chairperson Leonard Ramatlakane admits they've had to fire some of their own who were found to be involved.
We can't rule it out. Obviously, we must take every allegation serious. So insofar as the arresting of criminals and or the people that work for PRASA, so about 780 people has been arrested now involved in the stealing of cable. Most of them are behind the bars because they can never get a bail, application understood or processed because they are arrested based on the economic sabotage. So it's a different rule that apply. With respect to the staff, PRASA has in the past fired some of the staff members that were found to be involved in the wrong things. We continue to make a call that those that spot or that can see some of our PRASA staff doing this thing, they must report them to PRASA so that we can continuously take action.
Ramatlakane says they'll be submitting suggestions to Parliament about regulating scrap dealers.
The legislation that must be amended must be closing down the gap that you have, close the space for these people who would go to a scrapyard and sell and get the money, and the scrapyards must have obligation to disclose who their customers and whose people are selling. Where do they get it from? So that we are minimizing that space.
PRASA says it's planning to fence the rail system so that criminals can't easily jump over to help themselves. PRASA will also install CCTV cameras and have drones flying overhead to spot criminals. Nobesuthu Hejana, Cape Town.